sometime in the afternoon, this happened near my scrapping area. That there is my shop, and we're lucky that it fell this way and only took out part of my firewood rack that I started to use to organize my scrap. And the sun's in a bad spot, but you can see how big that tree is. I suspect that pine beetle killed it, because that's what killed another one on the property, and then black ants took over and weakened the stump, and that's why it fell over. But the winds were blowing in that direction, and then my girlfriend's house is right there. So if it had fallen that way, the shop would have been in the way, but there's a good chance that one of the big branches could have poked right through the roof. So we got very lucky that we had minimal damage. Well, the tree is down, and I did that with a Sawzall and a small pole saw. I decided not to try to get it down with a gas-powered chainsaw because I knew I would do things I probably shouldn't. So it was a nice controlled fall overall. Just had a few hung up branches that I needed to hit with the pole saw, and the tree service wanted to cut down those two trees right there. And I didn't want to have to ask the neighbors to do that, so just went ahead and did it myself. So we're in the process of burning all that stuff because we do have a burn barrel, so we burn it all day today and tomorrow. And the rest of this I will cut up with the chainsaw. So sometimes I just stop at dumpsters when I'm out running errands, and I don't film it, I just take a look and see what's inside. And I hit a few yesterday and it ended up working out pretty decent. This one in an open top, I found all three of these, so that's a good $10 right there. This looks like an axle shaft, axle end, and that is something that I found on the side of the road actually, but it's a good 15-20 pounds, so I'll throw that into shred. I found a Craftsman small vacuum cleaner, shop vac. It doesn't have any parts with it. I'm going to see if it works and maybe I can utilize it somehow. If not, I'll just toss it out. And then some other HVAC things and some wire, but some miscellaneous stuff. But the big thing from the other day doing the same thing was finding this ladder. So this is a 17-foot ladder that turns into an A-frame as well. The spring mechanisms and the pins all work flawlessly, so I'm not sure why it was returned. This was in one of the few retail locations that I go to. It was sitting right on top. I just stopped by because I was heading somewhere else and I grabbed it. And then here, I spent yesterday rebuilding the rack that was damaged by the tree that fell. And now I've got a 12-bin sorting rack that I can keep outside. I still need to put a roof on it, but I ended up using the aluminum rails that came off of the server towers, so that's what those are, and then the base is just out of the 4x4s that were already part of the rack. So that kind of worked out that I had to rebuild that. I'm gonna keep it dry with the roof, and then I'll put a back on it as well, but that's going to be great for sorting stuff and not having to keep it all in buckets. So all right, it is a Wednesday night. I wasn't going to film. I've already hit a few dumpsters, picked up some HVAC stuff in there, and I did a run today to pick up something from somebody's house, which included some old wiring and this radiator, which was the single heaviest thing I've ever put on this truck. That has to be well over 100 pounds. It doesn't look it, but I barely got it up on the truck bed. And you can see some of the other old wiring there. Man, look at that sheathing on that stuff. That is old. So there's some brass in there that I need to sort through. Started filming because there are 2 dumpsters in one of my favorite spots. I'm not sure why, but let's take a look inside. This one had a bunch of crap all the way to the top, and now it's empty. And by the looks of it, somebody has already pilfered through a lot of this. But we'll jump in there and take a look anyway. And on this one here, let's see. There are more boxes. Oh man, that is about 5 inches of water at the bottom there. But I do see a compressor there, so that's good news. I will grab that. Take a look through these boxes even though they're in water, because I'm just looking for scrap anyway. So let's start with this one here. So when they're empty like this, I can actually film and not have to worry about tripping and stuff. So there's a small battery. I'll take that. A little bit of wire, some more wire. I'll just start a box here. Something in it, but nothing. A little bit more wire there. That's metal. That's just a plastic panel. Seems like empty boxes, but look. Yeah, it's just all styrofoam. No, nothing in there. Nothing. Nope. Let's see what's in here. It's plastic with a little bit of metal on it, so I can't take that in. That is kind of heavy. Alright, that's a ice cube maker. It's got the big hunk of metal in the middle there, so I can take that. Throw that in the box, and the rest of this. Oh, let's see a circuit board down here. Find a lot of these. That's just a low-grade board, but take it, add it to my stash at home, and that is pretty much it. Yeah, that's everything. I already went through those boxes there, so let's go jump into the next one. So on the side of this one are all these windows. These were here because they wouldn't fit in the dumpster. And I'm wondering if that's the case with this or not. But this was dumped before there was room for the dumpster, but then there's this coil of metal as well. That's a bag of trash. It looks like it just wouldn't fit. So I don't know. Do I take that or don't I? I'm guessing that they started dumping on the side here and that they just couldn't fit it in the dumpster because it was full, because that is just one day's trash that's in there now. I think I'm gonna take it. Yeah, it's coming with me. It's on the side of the dumpster. It's not by a bay door or anything like that, like they were saving it. So I am going to take that. All right, in the second one, and that is just an empty box. Face scraper. And that's pretty light. I don't think that's worth going after. Compressor. I will take that. So it gets deep pretty quick, so put this here and step on that. look in some of these boxes. That's a metal panel. But yeah, I'll take that. Pretty empty. This box here actually has, I don't know if that's just heavy from water or if it has something in it. It's just a plastic door. So I won't be taking that. That is just for Christmas. I guess I can take that because they're aluminum. And maybe I can walk on this a little bit. Oh, nope, I can't. So yeah, trying to film and not get wet. Yes, that's empty. And I'll take that one. So I want to get to those boxes. I doubt anyone's been in them because they're in the deep end. These bags are floating. Oh shoot! Yeah, I'm about to go in. Not good. Yeah, sort of wet. Well, I guess I won't be getting those boxes. That is just too deep. It does not smell good. God, I hope that wasn't the water. That stinks. Oh well. Alright, I will grab my compressor and get out of this one, and then I'm going to grab that washer. Hopefully there is something in this one. Nope. Recently emptied and nothing. It's mostly just gonna focus on open tops. I'm not gonna hit the electronics one because I'm not gonna try to dodge security today. I just don't feel like I have that much energy to worry about that. So there's a pipe. There's finally something in here. So let me grab that. There's maybe a little bit of scrap metal other than that, but let's take a look. All right, so got a stove pipe. That'll come out. And the rest of this, it's a shredder. I think that might be heavy enough and enough metal to take the top off at least, and then I'll grab the cord. That is, well, got a little bit of wire in there, a lot of wire in there. Take that wire, that. this. Piece. Wood. Empty boxes. That's the cord to the shredder, which I'll grab. Nothing in there as far as metal. And nothing in there. Okay. All right. Grab those two things and I'm out. So this one hasn't really had anything in a while, but they just got another open top in. So that means they are doing some work. And it's just I don't like the small stuff. That's a pain to deal with. Yeah, nothing here. Nah, just all junk. Yeah, let's check the other one. That is right over here. There's nothing ever in those. I might swing through and look, but this one had concrete in it, and that's all it's got now. That's just rope, a lid, and more concrete. So nothing yet. Hopefully we'll move on to some electrical, and I'll do that after I get back in town. So I'll have to keep an eye on that one. But these here, I don't know if this building's vacant or what, but yeah, there's nothing ever in there. All right, so this one here is kind of interesting. Well, they've got even more stuff. So there's all these lights. They've got all that pipe down there, but they've got all this trash on top, which tells me it's going to the landfill. I don't think they're gonna take that to recycling. And the last time they took out lights, they actually put that in a recycling container and had it separated out. And this time you've got plywood in here, drywall up there, insulation. So that's why I think this is definitely a landfill. Now I'm gonna get a whole lot of crap because I'm not taking these. I am tired. I want to get home. And I just came out to do a little bit of scrapping, but I didn't really want to put in this much effort. I know I'm gonna get a rash of crap probably for that, but all of this stuff is intertangled with conduit and they're all linked to each other. I don't have it in me. I put that washing machine in. I wasn't gonna take that, but I did anyway. But these, I'm leaving these. I don't have the room for them without reorganizing. So I think I'm out of here. So this was going to be my last dumpster of the night, and the favorite one that I had is gone. So that's a wrap for me.